Guys, welcome back to the Monkey Show. My name is Alex, and in today's video, I'm going to give you my updated review on SiteGround, one of the most popular web hosting companies in the world. It's been 3 years since I did a review on them. The last time was back in 2019. So in today's video, I'm going to answer the question as to whether or not they've improved as a web hosting company, or maybe, just maybe, they've gotten worse. Now, before I begin, let me give you a very quick history of my relationship with SiteGround. SiteGround is actually the second web hosting company I hosted my websites with back in 2012. The first was actually GoDaddy. I was with them in 2011. I did not enjoy my experience with them, so I had to look for a different web hosting company, and I found SiteGround. And so needless to say, it's been 10 years and I have stuck with them, and that's simply because I still believe that SiteGround are one of the best web hosting companies in the world, if not the best. But SiteGround isn't for everyone. They're not a perfect company. They do have their own issues. So what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to first of all give you the cons, reasons why you may not want to host with SiteGround, but then I'll give you the pros, reasons why you might want to host with them. So let's start off with con number one, and that is the simple fact that SiteGround are not cheap. They're one of the more expensive web hosting companies in the world, and honestly, if you are on a budget, you might be better off looking for a different web hosting company out there. But let me just say this, SiteGround are expensive for a reason, and that's because they do offer you plenty of features for free, which we'll talk about in the pros. So there is a reason why they're expensive. They're not just charging you extra money because they want to take your money just for the fun of it. No, they offer you plenty of features, and that's why it's a bit more expensive than other web hosting companies out there. Now, con number two, which isn't really a con because there is a very good chance you may not care about this. I personally don't care about this, but that is the fact that the servers and databases of SiteGround are based on the Linux operating system, not Windows. So if for some reason you wanted your database or your service to be based on Windows, SiteGround isn't going to be the best option for you, but there is a good chance that you don't care about that. Now, con number three is that SiteGround have data centers in 4 continents, in Asia, Australia, Europe, and then in North America. So if you're based in South America or you're based in Africa, you might want to look for a web hosting company that has a data center that's much closer to where you are. You might be thinking, what exactly is the advantage of a data center? What exactly is even a data center? Well, a data center would be where the files of your website are stored in. So typically, you would want your data centers to be closer to you physically as much as possible. So let's say, for example, you are based in Brazil, right? Most of your visitors on your site are from Brazil. You want to have a data center either in Brazil or maybe somewhere close like Argentina or Paraguay. It's not going to be ideal if your data center was all the way in Asia, so or maybe somewhere in Japan or something like that, okay? Because it will take a bit longer for you to be able to access the files on your site, and it might take also just a little bit longer for your website to load, especially if your visitors are from Brazil. Those in Japan will be able to access your site much faster because they are in Japan and your data center is in Japan. But then again, this isn't really that big of an issue as long as you're doing other things right for your speed optimization, like using caching and things like that. But still, let me just say that if you're based in Africa or in South America, you might be better off looking for a different web hosting company that has a data center either in Africa or in South America. All right, so that's it for the cons of hosting with SiteGround. Let's now talk about the pros, and boy, they are plenty. Number one, which is probably the most important pro, is their customer support. SiteGround's customer support is one of the very best in the industry. Now, to be fair, back in 2020 when the pandemic first came, they took away the live chat support. Before the pandemic, you used to be able to get online and chat live with a support technician, and they'd be able to assist you. When the pandemic happened, and just like with most other companies, they had to do some restructuring, so they took away the live chat support, and it was a bit difficult working with them during that period, but they brought it back. So let me just say right now that the live chat support for SiteGround is back. You have a technician that will assist you live with the chat support, and even if they can't, they can post a ticket on your behalf, and I guarantee you that unless it's an extremely severe issue, typically it takes about 10 to 15 minutes for them to resolve your issue. SiteGround's support is one of the best. I can stake my name and my reputation on that one. I guarantee you that you will not be disappointed with SiteGround's support system. Now let's talk about all the features you get for free when you become a SiteGround client. Remember when I talked about SiteGround not being one of the cheapest web hosting companies out there? Well, there's a reason why, and you're about to find out. Let's first of all talk about the free daily backups they offer you. So you'll have access to automated daily backups for up to 30 days. So let's say, for example, it's June 25th and you wanted to restore a backup. You will have access to backups going all the way back to May 25th, so a whole month. And these happen automatically every single day. You don't have to do anything. Just know that with SiteGround, you have daily backups for up to 30 days, all for free. Now, number two would be their data centers. I mentioned this in the con section, but if you're based in America, in Europe, Asia, or Australia, you're good to go because they have a data center in Iowa, in the United States. In Europe, they have, I think, up to about 4 or 5. They have in Holland, in Spain, in Germany, and I also believe in the UK, in London, if I'm not mistaken. They also have in Australia, Sydney, and of course in Asia, they do have a database in Singapore. So if you're based in either one of these 4 continents, you're good to go. Now, let's talk about the security features that SiteGround offers you. We all know just how important security is. Number one, they offer you free SSL certificates. SSL has become very, very important. It adds an extra layer of security. But number two, they also have their own inbuilt WordPress security plugin. How cool is that? And I'm not talking about some cheap, useless security plugin. It's actually freaking powerful. They already have over 500,000 installations with a rating of about 4.7. The plugin can do things like lock your folders, limit login attempts, hide your WordPress version. It does so many things. I might actually make a separate video showing you how to make use of this plugin, but you get it for free when you become a SiteGround subscriber. And of course, number three, which is probably their best feature, they do have a site scanner. What exactly is a site scanner? Well, it is a tool that will actively scan your website daily, and it can detect if there's any malware present on your site. Now, they do have 2 different versions. There's a free version and a paid version. And you might be thinking, well, if there's a paid version, that should mean the free version isn't that good. Wrong. The free version is actually pretty awesome. It can do things like crawl your website every day, crawl your URLs, and if it detects any malware, it can inform you via email. It can also check to see if your site has been blacklisted, if your domain has been blacklisted, maybe due to the presence of malware, or maybe you had some inappropriate SEO practices. So if Google or Yandex or other major search engines have blacklisted your domain, this tool can inform you all for free. Now, with the paid version, you do have extra features like scanning your files before you upload them, things like that. But trust me, the free site scanner is simply awesome, and you may not even need to pay for the paid version. SiteGround also has an awesome free migration tool. So if you're currently hosting your site on a different platform, like let's say Bluehost, and you wanted to transfer your files over to SiteGround, they do have this awesome plugin, the migration plugin that you can use. It's very, very easy to use. But if you didn't want to use the plugin, you can always pay SiteGround. I think it's about $30, and they will do all the migration for you. And last but not least, let's talk about speed. SiteGround has a whole bunch of features for speed. They do have an awesome optimization plugin that can help you improve the speed of your website. They offer you ultra fast PHP. They have caching systems like the Memcache, Super Cacher. They also have an inbuilt content delivery network. How cool is that? In the past, it used to be that you would host your website with, let's say, SiteGround, and then you'll have to go to a third party like, let's say, Cloudflare to get your content delivery network set up. But no longer is the case. With SiteGround, they have their own inbuilt content delivery network, and just like with the site scanner, they have 2 versions, the paid version and the free version. But trust me, the free version is also pretty awesome, and you may not even need to pay for the paid version of their content delivery network system. So before I round up, I wanted to give you a quick preview of what the back end looks like, just in case you haven't hosted with SiteGround before. So this is the back end / cPanel, if you want to call it that way. This is for one of my sites, coursetyrant.com. So on the site, I have access to my file manager where I can look at all the files on my site. I can create FTP accounts if I wanted to. I also have access to the security tab where I can do things like create backups, configure my SSL manager. I also have the speed tab where I can configure my CDN, also my caching tools as well. I have access to that one. I also have access to the WordPress tab where I can install WordPress, manage WordPress, migrate WordPress, do things like auto updates. I also have the domain where I can do things like configure my DNS server, configure subdomains. I can also create my email accounts with SiteGround as well. I have access to statistics and of course the dev tab for more advanced tools. So this is just to give you a brief preview of what the backend looks like. I've actually done a full tutorial on how to work with the back end. I'll have the link in the box below in case you are interested. And to round up, SiteGround are actually currently offering massive summer discounts. This is the email I got for them, so it's up to 80% off. So right now it's starting on June 27th. By the time you watch this video, it would be live. As I'm recording this video, it's not yet live, but like I said, once you're watching this video, it will be live. So if you're one of the very first people to watch this video, please, if you're interested in hosting with SiteGround, do take advantage of these discounts. And by the way, I am an affiliate for SiteGround, which means that if you buy SiteGround hosting with my link in the box below, I'll get a small commission. So if you enjoyed today's video, if you want to support me, support what I'm doing in this channel, please do use my affiliate link to buy hosting with SiteGround. Now, by the way, before you buy any hosting package with them, let me give you a quick tour. They do have three main packages: Startup, Grow Big, and also Go Geek. Grow Big is typically the best seller. It's the most popular one. The difference between Startup and Grow Big is that with Startup, you can only host one single site. With Grow Big, it's unlimited number of sites. Go Geek also offers you unlimited number of sites, but with more features like additional web space, and it can handle more traffic. So for a start, I would recommend you go with the Grow Big, and then if your site becomes very, very popular, you're getting plenty of traffic, you need more support, you can then upgrade to the Go Geek package. So that's it for today's video, my updated review on SiteGround. If you're hosting with SiteGround and you like them or you don't like them, I'd love to hear from you. If you enjoyed today's video, please do give it a thumbs up, share the video with anyone you may feel might benefit from it. And again, if you want to buy hosting with SiteGround, please do use my affiliate link in the box below. My apologies for my voice breaking up. I've actually just been recovering from the flu, but I'm still coughing. I've got a little bit of catarrh as well, so do forgive if my voice has been breaking up in this video. But that's it for today's video. It's been a pleasure talking to you. Stay safe out there, and I'll talk to you next time. Oh, by the way, if you have any questions, comments, of course, put them down in the comment section below. All right, thank you so much. I have to go and rest my voice right now as it's really about to break. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Cheers.